Senator, good to be with you, sir.
Always good to be with you, too.
We know that this event, I talked with Marsha Blackburn a little while ago and Joe Livornia too. What I love, and I know you love, is the fact that this is a celebration of the free market. It's very rare that we hear government celebrating the free market.
Look, these Trump accounts, I think, could well be the single most important part of the working families tax cut that we passed last summer. I was privileged to author this provision, to write this law, and this is going to change the entire country. Starting on July 4th of this year, every child in America will have a personal investment account open for them. Newborn kids will have it seeded with $1,000. And parents and family and employers, they can put $5,000 a year in a tax-advantaged account. And what is so exciting is these accounts are going to be invested in the stock market, in the S&P 500. That means every kid in America will enjoy the benefits of compound growth, which is transformational. But even more importantly, we're going to create a whole new generation of capitalists. Every child in this country will be an owner of the biggest employers in the country. That's what got me excited about this idea, is the ability, you know, you and I have both seen the sad statistics of all the young people that are losing faith in capitalism, that think socialism might be a good idea. Well, now every kid's going to look at the economy and say, wait a second, I want the economy to succeed because I'm looking at my investments. I've got skin in the game.
Yes.
That's really powerful.
And they'll want to protect their nest egg for a change, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Got to ask you quickly about what we see going on, obviously, in Minneapolis, and now the Democrats are threatening. Your colleague, Senator Blackburn, said she did not anticipate a shutdown, do you, this week, over DHS?
I think it's quite likely we'll see a shutdown.
You think so?
I think the Democrats are angry, and they want to demonstrate that they hate ICE, they hate law enforcement, they hate securing the borders. And it's a strange thing. You know, it wasn't that long ago that there was bipartisan agreement we can secure the borders. It's not hard to Google and find speeches from Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden and Chuck Schumer saying, let's secure the border. They're now all for open borders. Their angry base has decided they want to abolish ICE, they want to abolish the police, they want to stop deporting violent criminals, murderers, gangbangers. And so I think Chuck Schumer is going to have to demonstrate to his base that just how much they hate President Trump and how committed they are to open borders. I don't want to see a shutdown. I hope we don't. But I think it's likely that's what the Democrats are going to force.
I know you read the report, and the leftists try to make a lot of hay of a conversation that you had about prospects for the fall. That was a what-if scenario you were talking about, not a fait accompli, I assume, when you're talking about the prospects for the GOP in the fall.
Look, it was actually, I think what President Trump has accomplished in this first year is extraordinary. And I think this fall, we've got a record to run on. I think the record of success, securing the border, we've seen a 99% decrease in illegal immigration. That is extraordinary. Never been seen in the history of the country. You look at something like the Trump accounts that's going to benefit every kid in America. You look at school choice, another provision that I wrote that is in this bill, the biggest federal school choice provision ever authored that is going to benefit millions of kids, the biggest tax cut in American history. All of that together is a powerful record to run. And what I've urged the president repeatedly is we need to focus on economic success, on bettering people's lives. That's a record to run on and win in November. I hope and believe that's what we're going to do.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it's School Choice Week. Also, you brought that up. It's
Absolutely.
National School Choice Week.
It is, and those two provisions, the Trump account and school choice, are hands down the most consequential element of the entire working families tax cut. I think 10, 20, 30 years from now, we'll look back at those two provisions and say they changed this country, and millions of kids in America are better off because of them.
Senator Cruz, good to spend some time with you. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.